components to receive that money. I've seen situations whereby a person is married, names the kids, and then maybe things don't work, they get a divorce, he gets another family, and he forgets to change. And one day, that guy, whoever is named as a beneficiary. So these are tips to help you that if you get life insurance, always make sure you go back and change beneficiary if there's anything. So for budgeting savings plan, this is how simply, like 50-30-20 rule. 50% needs housing, food, I'm just going to go through this because I know most people, budgeting is a very hard thing. 50% goes to your needs. What are your needs? Housing, food, maybe. Then 30% wants, lifestyle and family. 20% for the future. You save and get protection. So that is a very simple way, 30-20%. Others use 60-20 and 10. 60-20 and another 20, maybe 60-30 and 10, depending on what you want to do. But mostly it's 50-30 and 20 rule. Then emergency fund, always saving 3 to 6 months cost of your living. Then start tracking your spending. Awareness is power, guys. If you don't track how you spend your money, you will never know. So that is very important. Smart habits, automate savings every paycheck. You can put an automate to help you so that you can get to those targets. Use a TFSA or RRSP as a tax advantage. Pay down the high interest debt fast. Protect income before investing. Budgeting money sent to the family home. Review your plan every 6 months. So budgeting is not restriction. It's telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Because if you don't tell your money where to go, trust me, the money, you will not see the money, it will disappear. Okay, building generational wealth. Protect the foundation. Life insurance creates an instant tax-free estate often. This is what we have been talking about. It helps to get money transferred to the family tax-free. It also tells protection plan, meaning that you can have life insurance, critical illness, disability, and match to your budget and family at any stage. Wealth building, we have talked about this, and the ongoing partnership. Your reviews, your claims, support, advice rooted, your community, who understands your journey, you go through all that. So some of these things, basically people have helped around and they have come back to give a review because we all know that these days reviews matter mostly. So that is how I end my presentation. I know it's tiring and people are tired, they want to have lunch and exhausted, but I wanted to share this. And even if one person understands me, for me, I've done my job. So enjoy your lunch and we shall be outside if you want to talk to us. My team, yes, a question.
Yeah, I have a question. When you were talking, you referred more to family. Then someone online was saying, what if I don't have a family?
Yes.
How are you catering for me?
Yeah, for the person who doesn't have a family, what are your targets? What do you want to see yourself in years to come? Do you want, what we do, it's not only for families, even young people. I have families that they have started life insurance for their family, for their children, not only because they are thinking of when they get their family, but they want to use that opportunity when they are young, healthy and cheap, and accumulate investment through life insurance. Because it's like a first saving. At one time when they want to buy maybe their first home, they can use that life insurance money inside that they have accumulated to pay for their first home. But on top of that, they have protection. So it's not only for families, but it's for everybody. Most people, I can tell you something that when I was in Deja, I used to ask myself, why are these people getting a lot of life insurance? My boss told me that is the only way they transfer money from one generation to another. Because they will get money, they will go to buy, maybe they want to buy a property. They will use their life insurance. They get that property. If something happens, they buy another life insurance. If something happens, that covers them. So most people who don't have family, they can use it to accumulate wealth and they use it later in the years. Because that money is going to be growing in a compound interest. Any other question?
Yeah. So you mentioned about the housing. What's the difference between the FHSA, the first house savings account, and the one you mentioned? And then another question, the RRSP. If you decide I don't want to live in Canada anymore, but I've been investing in my RRSP, can it help me out of Canada?
So when you don't want to live in Canada and you have been investing and you want to take out your money, because RRSP is a tax deductible, meaning that if you're earning 50,000 and you have contributed 5,000 that month, that year, they are going to take that 5,000 deducted from the 50 you're taking, and they will tax you only on 45. So it's a tax deductible. When you withdraw the money, when you are like, I'm done, I want to move to another country, they are going to tax you. Yes. Yes, that is the RRSP. So they will tax you and give you the money, the balance. Yeah, so you talked about TFSA. TFSA is the best. I would say everybody should have a TFSA. Because you grow it's not a tax deductible, that is one thing. You put your money there, it grows tax-free, and when you withdraw your money, it is also tax-free. But you have to be very careful. You have to go on your CRA account to know what is the limit you have, because there is a limit that you can't over-contribute, otherwise you pay taxes on that.
What's the difference between the TFSA
and RRSP? So FHSA is only for the first home savings account. Basically, when you open FHSA, is to put money there to help you when you are buying your first home. TFSA, you have flexibility. You put in the money, you can take it anytime, tax-free. But you have to make sure that you are within the bracket. Don't over-contribute. Yes?
Do they add money while you're investing in the TFSA?
Yes. It grows. You have to make sure that you invest it. Don't put it just in a savings. Make sure that you invest it. Make sure that it grows for you every time. You can look for a portfolio and see where, maybe I want my money to go here, because that's when a financial advisor can help you with that. Because for you, you might not know where to put your money. And it stays on your account like that, not growing. You put 5,000, after years 5,000. No, you don't want that. Any other question? Yes, please.
Okay, that's a good question about those accounts. There are two types of saving accounts. Either come to the investment banks, other they just do themselves.
Yes. By themselves, like they trade for themselves.
Yeah, they trade. I don't know how to phrase it, but within our community we have those people who have those certificates and they are legally allowed to initiate us with those what. But they invest direct. Let me say they want to invest in Microsoft. For them they buy those shares from there.
Yes, yes.
And you find yourself, for them they give more interest compared to the what? To the bank.
Of course.
Because when you read that thing, for sure, I'm a person who have been trying those things. When I put the money in the bank, for sure, after 1 year they give almost $50.
Yes.
In actual sense, that money they invested for them, they get a good amount of interest,
10%,
which they don't tell us.
Yeah.
So for me, what comes to my mind, I make sure that I learn how financial press works. I invest by myself direct to the what? Because these banks, what they...
So when we are talking about this investment, let us not talk about the banks, because what the banks do, they give you what we call GICs. Have you heard those?
Yes.
GICs guaranteed or mutual funds, meaning they are giving you the lowest.
Because what I'm coming, because my sister, what she will not be exposed to what I'm saying. She will want the what? to that bank. At the end of the day, she will not see herself growing.
I know.
Yeah.
I would not encourage anybody to use the banks. Insurances are the best when it comes to those portfolios, and also we have Simple. We have other companies that you can put your money and grow, because the bank will take the best. Will give you 2%, 4%, and guess what? They are investing it in those high whatever, and they are getting 30%. So they are making money on your money. So if you have any questions, please don't. You can reach out and I can be able to advise you. Yes.
So you talked about helping your family and the children, like through life insurance. Is like RESP under the life insurance?
No. That is an investment plan. It has nothing to do with life insurance. Yeah. So RRSP is normal when you work, you have a job, your company can contribute, can help you, or you can start that as an investment for retirement.
No, like the RESP.
RESP is for the education.
Yeah.
Yes. You're saying
is it under because you were talking about helping here?
No, that is only for education. That money is for education, and every year the government gives you a grant on top if you have been contributing. So that is very good for education, because they have each has what it does. So you cannot put FHSA, meaning First Home Savings Account, and you think you are protecting yourself. That is only for if you are buying a
I was
home.
just wondering, since like you're protecting like your children in the lectures, I was wondering, are ESPs under?
No, it's not. It's not. Those are investment. Those are the things I talked about. That your foundation is life insurance, critical illness. Those investments are now like the walls and building a roof. Any other question? Yes, please. Yes.
About the customer home saving account.
Yes.
Because sometimes what is to the banks, because for them they're about getting their customers.
Yeah.
So that's their business. Let me say like for me, I'm not ready to buy the house. Let me see. I'll give them like 2 years. And then it comes maybe I want to a financial crisis, but I need to get that money. For sure, I have seen when I did my taxes, they ask me, have you been saving? It's happened to me because I will do that money. When I went there, I asked them for because I've been contributing, they told me that this money, they're not supposed to take it out.
Yes.
Here,
When you buy it.
purposes.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, when you take it out, they tax it.
A lot.
So you find yourself, they tell us to invest in your stuff, yet we're not yet there. Because you're still interpreting. At the end of the day, you spend the time saving and when that take out money.
Yeah, for FHSA, the good thing is that it's a tax deductible, meaning that when you contribute every year and you put money there, it's not taxed. So you are contributing. For example, I was giving an example. You're making 80,000, and your contribution for FHSA is 8,000. They will take 80,000 minus 8, and 8,000 they will tax you on 72. So it's a tax deductible. The money grows tax free, and when you are ready to close on your house, that's when it is transferred. So the moment you don't do it the way you have planned to do it, they will tax you. They will take money from you. The government will come to fetch. They are helping you with that. Tax deductible, it grows tax free. And when you are ready to buy your house, I used all that. I used RRSP when I was buying my first house. I used my TFSA because RRSP, if you are buying your first house, you get the money out. No taxes. I used my TFSA. I used everything to do that. Any other questions? Yes?
Yes, I would like to appreciate the presentation.
Yes.
Actually, I'm a living testimony because I'm a beneficiary of the financial literacy classes. But I gained from all the products, universal life insurance, TFSA.
Yes.
But I did hear you talk about the life after death. We have issues where somebody loses it all, and some people want to go back home. What advice would you give us people try to come into this business?
Meaning what? Which business?
Like if I want to take on financial insurance. to take on insurance.
Yes.
Yeah, to be insured. When I die and I want to be buried home.
Yes.
There's that product. Would you want to discuss and how do I benefit it?
Products that if you want to be, if you have life insurance, I'm giving a scenario, and you have already written in your will you want, or you have told your beneficiaries, I want to be taken back home to rest. Maybe that's where my parents were buried, that's where my family was buried. They can get that money from life insurance and they take you there. Or you can have, there are other benefits, like other people can decide to get another product only for final expense, just to make sure that they are taken back and whatever comes from life insurance goes to their family. Or they don't care about their family, they just want, if I die, this final expense will help me to be taken back home. So it depends on which option you want. Any other question?
That's a beautiful language.
She's good. You should come and join me, become a financial advisor because
Yeah, I was going to talk about
yeah.
because my mom was going into that. But anyway, I wanted to ask, now let's say you as a parent, you've been investing, and then you like pass away or something happens, like won't the, like whatever is there, let's say like the kids, if they're not old enough, like let's say you've been investing, they're young and you've died but like they're still young, like how will that take them for a long time? Like how they won't know how to continue investing or like continue, like there's like if it gets done, what happens next?
Yeah, that's the thing, that it's at the end of the day, insurance pays the beneficiary. Whether if they are less than 16, you have to make sure you put a trustee. What is a trustee? Somebody you trust that can help your children when you are not there until they reach a certain age. But if a kid is 16 and above, the insurance will pay money to that kid. They don't know what that kid is going to do. That is not their. So I cannot tell you what you do, because as a parent you try to teach your children, but sometimes the children are very young to understand all that. So that's why that every person, when you put a beneficiary who is underage, you have to put a trustee. Otherwise, if you don't, the government will hold that money until the kids are on the right age. And guess what? Sometimes kids, when they get that money, they run crazy. In a year, the money is gone, they are on the streets, they are doing this and this. So as I can't tell you what to do with your parent, but as a parent, what you will do with your children, but I always advise, have these talks when you are at the dining. Talk to your kids. Because here, if you are not very careful, you might die because of debt. And another thing I help with, there's one thing that people are not managing their debt, and it's giving financial stress. People are getting mental illness because they can't pay the debt. There's a way we can help people. There are ways that can be, we work with partners that can, professionals that can go through each and everything. One of my Google reviews is because somebody, I helped that person and sent me a message, beautiful message. 60% of his debt was forgiven. He said, I can't sleep. He was paying credit cards, and you pay only the minimum and you're not touching on the balance. The boy was running crazy. He said, I can't sleep, I can't do anything. He's in an accident because mentally he's not okay. So if you know anybody struggling with that, let us be able to help them, because mental illness is serious. And one of the reasons why people are getting mental illness is because of finances. So we have ways we can help them. We offer more things. I can't say everything, but if you ever want to talk to me, my table is going to be there. I have my colleagues here. We can always have a chat and do a Zoom talk to you if you in any capacity, whether you are young, when you are beginning life. This is the best time, because this is your peak. You don't have many responsibility. By the time responsibility comes, you have learned about budgeting. You have learned about saving. You have learned about investing. So you are going to start from a good. So any other question?
Yeah, that's a good question. We have different platforms.
Yeah.
We have youth platforms.
Yes.
We have men's platforms.
Yeah.
We have women's platforms.
Yeah.
Do you give time to come and teach those people in
Oh,
person?
yes.
Come to you and say, okay, let me say